Welcome to the very last episode of Rick's Firearm Academy of Detroit salutes to Black History Month. And let me tell you, it has been a road this month, making sure that I came up with an apt and great subject for every single episode. It had not been very easy. I came down ill for a few days, recuperated, and I had to pick up the slack, pick up the pace, and make it happen because I was committed to doing 29 episodes for the month of February this year of 2020. Before I go on with the last installment, the 29th episode of Rick's Firearm Academy of Detroit's salutes to Black History Month, let me again thank you all for taking the time out of your busy days to check out my installment. I'm looking at the stats, and sometimes people come in once a day. Sometimes they'll come in and check out a couple of episodes at a time. I've even seen where a few people just did a binge and watched them all in one day. Man, I am truly indebted. But as I said before, let's pay the bills virtually, of course. I'm not asking for any financial remuneration of any type. I just only ask that if you've enjoyed this tribute to Black History Month, that you do me a solid, you give each individual post that you listen to a like, subscribe to the channel, forward it on to your family members and friends. I'd appreciate it very much. But let's go ahead and get started with today's first entry. Today's first entry is a very personal one for me because it is a hero, a salute to a hero that I have only as I was into adulthood that I learned some things about today's subject that I did not learn back when I was in school. When you go to school, elementary school, middle school, high school, the things that they tell you about history have been particularly sanitized and whitewashed. My hero for today, the 29th of February of this year of 2020, is Harriet Tubman. She was an abolitionist, a political activist, Union spy in the Civil War, and of course, amongst all things she was known for being a liberator. She personally conducted numerous missions in which 70 slaves were taken from bondage and led through her trail, the Underground Railroad, to go to freedom in the North. And yes, if you're part of the uninitiated, I forget that guy on one of those TV shows, one of those reality shows, some dude that was dating one of the women characters, the whatever that show was, the gossip show, whatever, where the guy, he actually thought that the Underground Railroad was like a real railroad. And so it is with history, man. Especially when I was a kid, they so whitewash it that you learn the words that they give you in the books. However, they don't make it plain for you, and they don't make it easy for you to clearly understand. Harriet Tubman was a gun owner. She carried a rifle and a pistol, and she definitely knew how to use them, and she would at the drop of a dime if she needed to. Not only to protect the people that she was escorting from bondage, from slavery to freedom up in North, but to also set notice on anyone who set out on that journey that if they got weak-willed and decided they wanted to sneak off and run back to master, she was more than willing, capable, ready, and able to put a bullet through his head before he compromised the mission. One fact that was certainly true is that Harriet Tubman was a gun owner. And you know what? This new movie has come out, and I've seen the movie. You know, my thing on movies, you know, particularly if they're historical based, you know, I like to do my own research in some of the things that were depicted in the movie. I'll say this: I truly enjoyed it. I don't know how accurate it was, or whether the writers took liberties, you know, and played fast and loose with the truth on a few things. But you know what? All in all, for a movie, it was a great movie. How accurate it is, I really can't say. The thing that they really drove home that I really loved was the fact that although she was a woman, and a woman from my understanding that was very short in stature, she was reportedly only 5 feet even. You know, a small woman, a brave woman, a strong woman, a gun owner, someone who was willing to reach back into slavery and rescue and liberate people, black people, and to give them freedom. And she did all this at a cost. You know, it was definitely dangerous. There was a bounty of at least $40,000 in those dollars, which would equate to several $1,000,000 in today's time. So, I mean, not only was she brave, not only was she a gun owner, but man, a hell of an individual. And I would say, as an adult, well into my 50s, I'd say, she is undoubtedly my most personal favorite historical figure of all time. So on this February 29th of the year 2020, I give my salutes to Harriet Tubman, a true American hero for all people. True story. If you don't like guns, you probably not only don't know your history, but you don't know a thing about Harriet Tubman.